outside, he won't go outside. He doesn't want to have one of those bad hair days that all of us girls know about. If it's cold outside and he doesn't have a warm enough blanket on, he doesn't want to go out there either. And he also has some funny eating habits. Padre, if you come into his stall and it's time for him to have breakfast or dinner, and he's laying down taking a nap, he'd prefer you to serve it on the ground right in front of him so he doesn't have to bother getting up. He's a little bit of a lounge lizard. The other thing that he loves, and most of you probably won't believe this, but Padre's favorite food is marshmallow peeps. And for those of you who won't believe me, we'll just let y'all see. I bet most of you guys never thought about feeding your horses marshmallow peeps, did you? A couple Easters ago, marshmallow peeps are my favorite food. My mom had come to the barn and she brought me a package of them. I was in between rides and didn't have much time to eat, so I was scurrying past Padre's stall and he kept looking at me and going, oh my gosh, what is that? What are you eating? And I went over and I gave him one. This is a regular in Padre's diet. He will do just about anything for marshmallow peeps. He's kind of a funny guy. So do I have any questions from anybody before I go into anything else? Does anybody have anything? I'm happy to answer anything. Go ahead. Okay, the question is about the different colors in his coat. So horses, when they are done, come with a variety of different markings. They do have to have the dorsal stripe, and then the different markings that they have on their neck are called ancient markings. And what he has is he has the barring on his neck, which is all these dark areas. It's actually not bad lighting in here. He really looks like this. This is actually his neck patch. His bars come all the way down to here, and in the summer when he's fully shed out, you can actually see he's got stripes on his legs and a little bit of spotting as well. The other unique feature about him is his legs actually are not black. If you get close enough, you can see that they're a really deep chocolate brown. Any other questions? Yeah?
Do you get a deduction for what markings are on the neck?
The question is, do I get a deduction when I show him in Dun Factor for the white freeze brand on his neck? And the answer is no, because it's a freeze brand. And I know everybody's going to ask me this, so right in my glove I'm going to pull out my card, and I'm going to explain a little bit about the freeze brand. And I mix up the order of this, so that's why I keep the card. So the freeze brand on his neck indicates that he was a horse taken out of the wild. And what it is the first two pieces that you see here is a U and an S, which means United States, obviously. After that, there's two little arrows that point down, and they are the year of his birth, as close as they can estimate it in the wild. The information about where he came from, and in his case, he came from New Ravenswood in Nevada, which is in northern Nevada. And then the final information is his registration number, which is always linked to the original adopter. Now, the Padre is an ambassador for the Bureau of Land Management, so obviously they know that I have him. So the information, though, in his freeze brand is actually ties back to the original adopter and not to me. So with a lot of Mustangs, when you will see them, people will actually shave this area so you can actually truly see what this says. In his case, because he's a performance horse and we show dressage and do all these different things, I actually don't shave his neck. Do you have any other questions? Oh, here we go. The question is, how do I get the fur on his freeze brand to be white? And the interesting thing about the freeze branding is when they go to do it, if you do it on a dark colored horse, you will get white furs. When you do it on a light colored horse, often you will get dark furs, but not always. It depends on the horse. Go ahead. Okay, the question was, do I like the dorsal stripe, and does it have to be a certain length to be a dun? I love his dorsal stripe. He has a great dorsal stripe. Not only is it a stripe up his back, but he also has the bars that come off the side of it. So it's a really unique dorsal stripe. It's almost like a fingerprint. And as far as how big does it have to be, his actually stretches all the way from his wither right up here. And if I turn him, you can see it actually starts to go down to his tail as well. You guys all see that? That his tail kind of changes color. It's kind of neat, isn't it? Something different. All right, what